So, good evening, everyone. As Sandy said, tonight we're going to discuss ways that you can balance your decorations without losing the focus of the gospel. The gospel. So you want to not miss this great resource that Lifeway has for us. It's called Decorating Made Easy, and it comes with a DVD-ROM. And you want to use this to share with your vision and divide the work among a group of people. It fits any skill level, it works with any budget, and it gets your whole team involved. So, before we decorating our space, before we start, you want to clear the space. You want to plan out your space. You want to plan out your budget. And a great idea would be to share decorations with the area churches. And another great place to start, of course, is our entryways to the classrooms. So you want them to be simple but inviting. So here's just a couple of examples that you might consider doing. And I'm actually going to be doing another giveaway here. So the giveaway this time is going to be for the Decorating Made Easy book. And the first person to answer without going over will win that prize. So the question is, what percentage of available wall space should be left clear? And your answer would be, you want to keep 20 to 50% of your wall space clear. Did we have anyone that got that? Let's see.
With the spread, we have a lot of different ones, but we do have one with 50.
Okay, and who would that be?
That would be Allison M.
All righty. Great, Allison. So these are just some other examples of trying to keep the wall space clear. As you can see, they're very simple. It's not going to distract from the purpose of the Bible, Bible study or anything, and yet they look cool to kids. They'll love that. You also want to make sure that you're removing any objects that might be of a hazard to a child. Forgot to mention that to you earlier. So you want to set up various stations in your room. As we said, as a rule of thumb, 20 to 50% of the available wall space should be kept clear. And you want to make sure that all the decorations and materials are child safe and age appropriate. So one way you could do that is, think of the age you're looking at. Let's figure out, okay, is that a safe thing? Like little toys with little buttons and stuff that come off might not be a good idea to have in your preschool room. So you want to make sure you try to avoid those kind of decorations. In your rooms, you want to set up various stations in the rooms, like a Bible study station, but you don't want it to be too busy to take away from the theme of the Bible study. You could have like a focal wall, and on your focal wall, you can put your memory verse for the week or the day, pictures that might have come that they say you could use for your Bible study. Or how about samples of the daily crafts, especially in the preschool room? Not all the time do we send them out to do crafts. So they have their own little crafts. So you might want to post those into the focal wall. You don't want to overwhelm your students, especially the younger ones. For a lot of them, this may be the first time they've come to VBS, and it's like, wow, look at that. Look at that. Oh, can I play with that? So you don't want to overwhelm the students with that. And you want to decorate with a purpose. That's why we say set up some stations in there that you know, this is what you're going to do here. So this is our Bible study. This over here, we're going to do arts and crafts. So I wanted to give you some ideas of do's and don'ts for decorating your room. This would be very overwhelming if you got this in one little, you know, you got a little room and you're putting all these decorations in it. It gives too much for the kids' attention, and it really makes it hard for them to focus on it. And now something as simple as putting the spark sign with the memory verse on it would be beautiful. You know, just decorate that room up like that. Another don't. Obviously, I would say this would be more for your assembly area, but you wouldn't want to put a lot of that into your classroom. You can see they're really big, big things, and, you know, keep the size down. And this one is so cute. I saw this and I said, that could be nice to be put on a preschool room. Just a cross made out of cardboard and outlining it with crayons, just for a visual for the kids to see. So heavily decorated rooms can bombard the students with too much visual information, and it interferes with their memory and their ability to focus. And they could have a difficult time of ignoring the visuals. So remember, we're decorating for the kids. It's not all about, oh, let's make this look good for the adults. It's the kids that we're focusing on. So you want to make sure that they are eye appealing, and they don't have to be 10 feet tall to make an impact on a kiddo. Just a little taller than the kids is a great idea. They should be appealing without making it feel chaotic in a room. So here's some little ideas that I found. You know, something as simple as putting the cross with musical notes. Again, this you could probably make a lot smaller if you needed to, but there's a good idea. The tree is actually, it's a cutout. You cut out the tree and then you let the kids take their fingerprints and make the leaves on the tree. So I thought that would be kind of cute, especially with the younger kids. They like to get messy. Some other ideas is paintbrush. The only thing I would advise about the paintbrush with the long tablecloths, let's just try to remember, you don't want that to be a tripping hazard for anyone. So you want to maybe keep that short or keep it up higher in a wall or something. And then you get little samples. This is a pool noodle that you can make in, say, crayon, the artist's tubes. There's a cool one right there. How about paint cans suspended from the ceiling and then getting the tablecloths and hang them on down? Or the paint palette, that's just simply white paper or, you know, cardstock or cardboard, and then different colored paper plates to attach to it. You could do something as simple as maybe make a book, and you could use that with your early arrivals. Let them color in the book, and when you're ready to start, you just let them know, and that's there for whenever the kids finish things earlier than others, so you have their attention. So that would be a good idea to do. Again, there's some more of the paint palettes a little bit closer so you can see the thing, or paintbrushes, making them with taking a pool noodle and putting a broom down the pool noodle, or even a mop. Very simple, to the point, might be very attractive in a kid's room. You know, it's not an overwhelming thing, but it's simply, you know, gets that out of there. Here's another one. Again, this one here might be a great idea for doing your worship rally. And they're just various size boxes that have been covered in colored tissue paper. And again, they've used the paper plates to make Lego building blocks, or make a wall. Take some of that idea and put them on poster board, and you can put them up on the wall and just put like a little design on your wall for something like that. There's a LP rug, and actually the directions for making that floor mat you can find in your Decorating Made Easy book. Another idea, your early arrivers, have some canvases that like you could get at the dollar store, or, you know, a little bit bigger than the dollar store size ones. Put out some paints and brushes and let them go. Let them have their creative artwork. Have them make things. Again, another good idea for your early arrivals are those that finish projects early, so you're keeping them tied into the class. This, I was thinking, would be a great idea for a garland to put in that room. You know, take the paintbrushes and paint the handles all different colors. Take your little letters and cut them out. You know, if you have one of those Cricut machines, you could cut the design out, cut the lettering out, and then string it with string or ribbon. Another idea you could do would be like just paper chains, like we make when we are at Christmas time. We make chains for the tree. How about we take and cut up a bunch of strips, and you have the kids help you make a chain out of the different colors that you can share and put around your rooms and everything. So I thought we could share some time and ask you in your chat, what would be one challenge or an obstacle that you might face in order to make your space attractive while not going overboard?
Competition with other teachers. That's good.
Yeah.
And that's a good reminder. If you are the VBS leader, you might want to talk to your teachers about that, because there are some teachers that don't have a lot of money, and then others that have a lot of money and resources and be able to put time into that. So that certainly can be a challenge. Well, if you think of any, write those in as Alice continues. That'll be great.
That was actually my very quick presentation. But on the resource sheet that Sandy's going to be providing later, or you'll be able to get a hold of, you're going to find links for various areas, sites that you could go to. One site would be a site called Mr. Mark's Classroom, would be a good resource to see some ideas for decorating. Another is on Facebook. They have an official Lifeway group, and they have an unofficial Lifeway group. And some of the pictures that you saw here, that's where I got those from. I went through there and looked at that, and they've got some really cool ideas, not only for Spark, but for all the other VBS materials that we were talking about. So you might want to join those groups and check those out. And then, of course, the Lifeway site itself, you want to check out Lifeway. So hopefully we've provided you with enough stuff to get you started, and certainly available if you need any more ideas or places to go. Just feel free to reach out, and I'll be glad to help you there. So thank you, and have a great night.
All right. So I noticed Jolene said that she also one of the things she does is attach stuff from the ceiling, suspend from the ceiling. So hopefully some of you saw that. So that's good. A couple of reminders, I think, Alice, that I took away from your presentation is that less is more. So if, I think we need to be reminded that, we do need to be focused and have a purpose. And also, if you're sharing a room with someone, a teacher or whatever, I didn't hear you say this, Alice, but if you purchase some dollar store tablecloths and cover things that don't belong to you, that really does help with the distractions. And I think the other thing it does, it provides another space for you to put stuff on. Right? Yep. So,
Exactly.
yep. Yep. So any other thoughts? All right. Well, very good. Thank you, Alice. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.